Today we're going to be talking a lot about hepatitis C.
Project ECHO was doing telehealth conferences with corrections, and they were treating people with hepatitis C who were in the prisons. And during that telehealth, they found out that a lot of people were coming in negative with hepatitis C, and now they're positive. So we know that they got the virus while they're incarcerated, whether it's through tattooing or sharing drugs, or even just sharing razors or nail clippers while they're in county jail. Something changed, something happened, and then now they have the hepatitis C.
Well, I think, why we called it prisoner health is community health is because the prisoners they're not there forever. It's a revolving door. People are in and out of prison all the time. So we feel like educating them really affects the public health as well. That they go out into the community, they educate other people, they decrease their, transmission of the virus to other people.
One of the biggest benefits to that teleconference is that they get to learn from each other as well. So they see what's working well at other facilities, and they can take it and change it, modify it, or still it, and do the same thing that they're there.
Sexually transmitted disease.
Y'all come in here and train us and give us the knowledge that we can go spread to the other guys. And it shows that somebody really cares, in here, when you're in prison, you don't get a lot of that.
It's a disease.
So ideally, what we would like to see happen is a reduction in hepatitis C. That's our goal, that's our focus, that's what we want. But we've learned that it does a lot more than just that. It helps our peer educators develop communication skills so that when they get out, they can go talk to an employer and present themselves.
Like I said, I'm 34 years old and I've been in prison most of my life. And this kind of gives me a skill, to use on the streets, even if it's just going and working at a Celebrate Recovery or even an AA meeting or NA meeting or maybe working with the health department. It gives me the confidence that I need to go do that stuff.
We don't just educate about hepatitis C, we educate them about addiction and sexually transmitted infections and just basic health literacy, and they really become more educated about health in general.
I was amazed to find out that when y'all were training these guys, that they were getting the same kind of training that I had gotten. They become not only self-confident, but more knowledgeable, and that increases the way they talk to their peers.
A lot of us have done the same stuff. We've all done the drugs or the violent offenses, the DWIs, so we can relate to each other on it.
It's not just in the classroom either, it's like on the compound when I see a young inmate come in and he don't have hepatitis C and he starts hanging around the wrong people. He's got that peer pressure going and shooting up and using needles and stuff, and I can pull him aside and say, hey man, you might want to check yourself before you go do that, Is that really something that you want to take home to your family? And it's just cool that I have the tools now to go and tell him, well, here's what happens if you do that, man. And here's a better way to do it if you're not going to listen to me and you're going to do it.
I think one of the biggest things that the participants learn is not about abstinence. It's not about keeping themselves safe through not doing it, but it's actual real hands-on knowledge about how to reduce their harm. Because they might not be ready to stop using now, or they might want to get that tattoo here, but hopefully they've learned how to keep yourself safe and do it a little bit better.
It's really a low cost way to do high volume education in a setting like that in a really, really underserved and disenfranchised population.
It just boosts my self-esteem, makes me just a better person.